everybody. It's Coach Mike. And once again, I want to thank you very much for listening to my podcast. I certainly do appreciate it. If you get a chance, give it a like or comment, share it with somebody. Hope you're all doing well. This past Sunday was a crazy kind of hectic Sunday. Definitely not a day of rest, but not a bad day. It was a good day. I was just kind of going from the time I got up until the time I got home later in the day. Going and going. And on my way back, I was driving home on Highway 151 just before Waupun. Kind of anxious to get home. I was tired and was looking forward to finally getting home. And looked ahead on the highway and noticed the signal for the train was going on and off. And there's no guardrails or anything. I just saw it from a distance and slowed down quickly. I've gone on 151 hundreds and hundreds of times and never remembered a train crossing in that particular area by the highway. And so I slowed down, and I was like the third car in the back, and you looked each way and you really couldn't tell if the train was coming or not. And then all of a sudden, I heard that great horn from the train, and it made me think of my dad, who I told you was an engineer on the Sioux Line Railroad the last many years of his life before he passed away at the young age of 46. And every time I hear a train or see one come by, I think of him. So it was sort of an interruption, an unplanned interruption that kind of at first was like, oh no. And then it settled in to me and it became a time of reflection. And I was hoping it was a long train, and it was. And it made me think of my dad and how much I miss him and how much of an influence he had in my life and how proud he must be of me and just the things that we've done and the family that has grown. It was a special moment. He was on the railroad, and there was one trip he could make that he asked all the boys to go on. And Tom and Joe and Pat individually went on that trip with him. But I never wanted to. And to this day, I feel bad I didn't. I always told him, Dad, I don't want to be an engineer on the railroad. I want to be better than that, so to speak, as a young guy. He always, he was very supportive and never gave me a hard time about it. And like a good dad, we always want our sons to do better than we do and enjoy life and do great things. But to this day, I still regret that now that I never did take that little trip with him. But I'm with him every time I think of and see the train and listen to the horn go off. So that unplanned interruption ended up being the very best part of my day last Sunday. It was a beautiful, reflective time. And it made me think that we all should look at those unplanned interruptions in our day and try to make the most of them. Sometimes they're very, very frustrating and aggravating and things like that. You're right in the middle of something, you get called to a meeting or whatever. But try to make the most of it. And then it made me think about making time for planned interruptions in the day. Too often we're going to this, to that, to the next thing. And I think I need to do a better job of planning some time, 5-minute breaks here and there, where I just maybe do some deep breaths or say some quick prayers or just be in the moment, outside or at a special place, and just think about my life and how blessed and fortunate I am. So you think about the things that happen in life, the everyday things, and you want to make the most of them. So I'm grateful for that unplanned interruption today on my day. I hope your day and your week is filled with goodness, is filled with unplanned, wonderful interruptions. Plan some good interruptions where you can spend some time getting closer to God and getting closer to yourself and helping others. I appreciate you all very much. You're in my prayers. In the deed, find glory.